Stations. Welcome to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour is brought to you by Memphis's only Topgolf Swing Suite at Erlington and Small Bites. Now, here's your host, Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
Yo, 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 welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder, of course, is in the house. We got you for the next 2 hours. I have to tell you right now, first and foremost, Gabe Kuhn. He is off all week, right?
Yes.
So he will. I just hate to disappoint people. No nooner with old big number 71.
But
so,
he's in your hearts, though.
He's all in our hearts. But you know what was so good, though, we do have today? Because, you know, there's this big old basketball tournament. I know a lot of Tennessee fans are trying to forget about it.
The CBI, you mean?
Yes, actually, the CBI. And by the way, how is it, what was it, UNC Asheville? How could they fail me yesterday? 2:30 gambling on the CBI.
You should have done tennis, John.
Yeah, it looks like somebody needs a little help today. But we got that big tournament. You know, the Hogs are carrying the water for the SEC as they play the Zags. Michigan dropped Tennessee. So I guess Vols fans, are they rooting for the Maize and Blue?
No.
No. Your alma mater, Texas Tech, is in the house.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about being upset because my alma mater's still playing. No, honestly, I don't really care.
I can't wait to talk with David Cobb of CBSSports.com about all these basketball games and more.
What about Memphis, John? They still playing?
No, they're not. But remember,
I thought they were going to the Final Four, John.
Dude,
all right, I'm not starting that today.
No, it's okay. I just want to remind you again: expectations change.
That's right.
And it was all about expectations. And I told y'all yesterday. Do you remember the tweet I put out on January 20th? I'm sure you don't.
I do. You read it to me yesterday,
yeah,
so
I did read it.
I do remember.
I was like, "Do you still believe in this team?" No. And if you do, you know, like it's pathetic. Blah blah blah. Going banana sandwiches. So expectations were really
fluctuating.
I would say in the toilet.
Yeah. Well, they changed a lot then.
Yeah, they did. To go out there and get a win in the NCAA tournament and take Gonzaga, take the lead at the half, man. Come on, everybody was a little bit fired up. Probably got half of Memphis a little liquored up too.
Yeah.
Celebrating. But it didn't finish. But we will talk about Penny. We'll talk about those teams. We'll also talk about all the games that we got going on. And if you want a specific game talked about or a past game talked about or a specific player, if you want to talk about how in the heck did St. Peter's get here, or do you want to make fun of David Cobb for saying the Illini will probably still make it to the Final Four because they're just too deadgum talented?
Why would you make fun of him for that, John?
Because, no, he just –
he actually has to.
Hey, let me just tell you something. No, he
Love
opened up the year on the Illini, and he laid on that stake at the end. No Kofi Coburn could do jack.
He's no flip-flopper.
No, he's not. But we got all kinds of great things because I don't know if you've been paying attention to the NFL. A lot of noise lately.
What sport is that?
That's the National Football League. They play this game called football. And it has nothing to do with your foot. Matty Ice.
Footy. Oh, you're talking about soccer.
No, I'm saying it doesn't have anything to do with your foot, except for unless you're a kicker, okay?
Oh,
sorry.
That's right.
I forgot about the
kickers.
kickers.
Or a punter.
Forgot about – hey, just lob them in one. The kickers.
All together, yeah. People that kick.
The kickers. No, I'm just kidding. But you have a lot of stuff. Matty Ice heading to the Colts. Marcus Mariota headed to the Raiders.
Yeah, revitalization of his career. Arthur Smith reunited with Arthur Smith again, Sean.
Reunited, and it feels so good.
It really does.
By the way, you know Arthur Smith was the assistant coach when Marcus Mariota was the quarterback in Tennessee.
And they could scheme up a storm.
And he could scheme up a little success for Ryan Tannehill. He feels like he can scheme some success for Marcus Mariota, the former number 2 overall pick.
That's right.
He also caught the only person to throw and receive a touchdown pass in a playoff game.
That's right.
Threw it, batted it up, caught it, and then took it in the end zone.
Brett reminded me yesterday of another play that happened like that in college, though. Jevin Sneed had that play throwing it to himself as well. So rarefied air, throwing and catching your own pass. Jevin Sneed, also a great quarterback.
Yeah. He was, are you a big Ole Miss guy?
No, but I got buddies that I grew up with, big Tennessee fans and Ole Miss fans. and I grew up a big Florida fan. So I got the SEC football from like 98 to like 2013 covered. Good 15-year stretch.
Did you
But
ever
after that, I'm done with that.
So you were a Florida fan, so did you used to love Urban Meyer?
Yeah.
You did?
I really couldn't believe, John, he's such a bad guy.
Isn't it crazy
Isn't
that
that
love
wild?
can blind you?
I
Love can blind you.
really love Tim, though, because they did a good job of making Tim the front man.
That was
I used to
probably
love
smart.
I used to love Aaron Hernandez, too. Oh, man, I love Aaron Hernandez.
Watching him on the football field, I don't blame you, man.
Something else.
Dude, him and Gronk when they were in New England as well.
Woo!
That was just nasty. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, we're watching a special and listening to phone calls.
And that was unfortunate.
And it was more than unfortunate. That was a disaster.
R.I.P.
By the way, did you watch? Did you see? Speaking of quarterback stuff, you know who's going to be the Saints quarterback, don't you?
Famous Jameis.
Famous Jameis.
He's back.
Winston.
I saw the video of him dancing on crutches again today. That resurfaced because he signed back with him. Oh, man, Jameis is back, man.
When you look over at the NFC, you have Matt Ryan heading to Indianapolis. Indianapolis is a great football team, has a great offensive line. Jonathan Taylor, by the way, he can run the rock. He's as good a running back as anybody in the National Football League. And did you know Matty Ice is 34-6 in his career when he has somebody rush for 100 yards? A player rushes for 100 yards. Matty Ice has been pretty dead gum good. I think that Colts team, especially in the weak AFC South, you don't believe in the Texans, you don't believe in the Jags. I think they're going to duke it out with the Titans. Over in the AFC West, I don't know who's going to miss out on the playoffs. That's going to be a crazy division.
Maybe neither of them.
No, dude. This is too deep. We got the AFC North, which is going to be a beast.
So it sounds like you're
AFC
sleeping on the AFC South, John.
No, I'm just saying the AFC is a full-grown beast. The NFC, like who do you like other than the Rams? You got to guess I'll kind of give a little bit of love maybe to the Tampa Bay Bucks and the Green Bay Packers. They fail every year in the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers is the greatest regular season quarterback I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, but then he poops the bed in the playoffs.
Yeah, man. I mean, greatest regular season. Man, dude can just spin the ball.
Oh, he could throw it, huck the skin.
Well,
he's got a cannon.
They've got GM gone. Austin Manana, Brian Gutekunst says
A chooch.
Bounce. Devontae Adams did not get re-signed. Of course, he's headed to the Raiders. Again, like I said, another player going from the NFC to the AFC who's got skills. What about Russell Wilson, who left Seattle to go to Denver? Like, what is going on in the NFC? I mean, the Washington Commanders have to feel like idiots. They were like, oh, my gosh, we need a quarterback. We need a quarterback. Look, there's Carson Wentz. And the AFC was like, did they really just take him and pay all of his money? That's just like.
So you think the Colts traded up?
Carson Wentz or Matty Ice?
Matt Ryan, top 10 quarterback in the league?
No,
maybe.
No. I mean, not top 10, dude. There's just too many ballers out there. There's too many ballers.
Marcus, top 10 quarterback in the league? Mariota, I mean.
I was like, who?
Marcus
Mariota. Are you
top
on
10?
Are you on drugs?
Top 10?
He could not start.
Top 15?
No.
He starts now, John.
Yes, but he couldn't start for the Raiders.
Well, that's because they had their own top 10 quarterback, Derek Carr. I would say there's about 15 or 16 top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL, John. If you stop at 10, you just don't know how to rank.
I will say one thing. This is the year, though, that Derek Carr better prove that he is a great quarterback. You know that they
just like Rick Barnes had to prove this year he had to win a championship or he's not a good coach.
Well, basically, yes. I'm sure you heard because you were listening to Wolo and Friends this morning, and Dave gave that great stat. 14 years. Do you know how many Sweet 16 that Rick Barnes has been to?
How many, John?
The same amount as St. Peter's. See? The Peacocks. Peacock.
So he's not good then. I mean, I don't know why people keep employing him.
Well, here's the thing that we're also, speaking of good, we're going to find out if Derek Carr's good. Tell me who's got a better, group around him when it comes to weapons. Like, my man's got Devontae Adams coming there. Hunter Renfro's a little baller out of the slots.
Always open.
What about Darren Waller? One of the best tight ends in football.
No kidding.
So, Derek Carr.
But they're gonna kill him in that offense. They're literally trying to kill him.
Derek Carr?
No, they're trying to kill Darren Waller.
Oh, you mean the defenses are?
No, his own coaches.
Oh,
by the way
his,
they scheme, they throw him the ball every play. He's going to die on the football field.
Well, now you got Devontae Adams. Hunter Renfrow had over, I think, 103 catches and just over 1,000 yards last year. Little man can get open.
It's because they love him, John. They want him to stay alive. They're like, we love you, Darren Waller. We have to be open to give you another option so you don't die.
But anyway, we're getting too deep in the NFL. We'll talk more about it.
There's basketball last night,
There's basketball last night. LeBron James is full of it. He's saying he's just having the time of his life playing basketball right now.
Oh, he's full of it?
Dude. Look, he enjoyed dunking on Kevin Love. Just got a little feel of himself. He
Had 30 last night again.
Hey, oldest person to ever get a 30-point triple-double, is he not? He's LeBron James. He's great. Did you see that dunk where his head was way up on the rim and he embarrassed Kevin Love? Did you see that one?
I did.
Okay. That was a posterization. But for him to, after the end of the game, to come out there and say how, he's just enjoying playing basketball, It's all that matters right now. He's just enjoying playing basketball. And then all the talking heads are out there like, yeah, man, he's never just been able to be a scorer. So, yeah, he's just getting out there to go out there and do what he does. He's able to go out there and score. And I'm like, man, LeBron wants chips, right? You really want to be playing with Anthony Davis who can't stay healthy? Like I told you this. How long before he got injured? Like the last 3 times. How long have I been saying the man can't stay healthy? He's like rubber band man. He snaps.
I remember it. I remember you phrasing it a different way.
How did I phrase it?
He's trash.
That was again. It's all relative.
Right. That's right.
It's about expectation, Jay. Like he's supposed to be the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Can't stay on the court.
And
that's worse than playing bad. You're not even playing.
Yeah, you're not even playing. I mean, it's just like,
LeBron also second.
Availability
is the best ability.
That's
right. LeBron's second in the league this year in 30-point games. He has 32. Embiid has 33, one behind him.
Well, when Russell Westbrook can't put it in the hole, somebody's got to take all those shots.
Anthony Davis also, I can't do the number of how many this is, but I'm going to say it's certainly top 20. Anthony Davis also top 20 this year in 30-point games.
He's top 20?
Mm-hmm. Tied with Brandon Ingram with 10.
Well,
and Pascal Siakam with 10.
Great. Oh, dude, he's up there with Brandon Ingram and Spicy P.
Whoa.
Come on, dude.
I mean, but the Raptors are playing good ball. They lost last night. They just ran out of gas because they played a lot of games in a short amount of time. But the Raptors are playing good ball too. And yeah, it's hard to dispute that, so it's good company Ant is in. Now, but like you said, it's all about expectations. He's supposed to be this otherworldly player. He ain't even playing. Trash.
Hey, you got to play, man. You got to play.
I'm starting to come around, John.
Hey, Kyrie can't play because he won't get the jab.
Trash.
No. I'm just saying.
What did I tell you about the Nets last? This is an off-air conversation.
Yeah, they
won.
They took control in the third quarter.
I'm telling you, this is a trend. This is for the NBA gambling public out there. This is a legitimate trend. Every time the Nets play a home game, especially against another competitive team, that Vegas takes like they're missing like their whole roster just because Kyrie doesn't play at home. Kevin Durant's the best player in the world. And he's still playing on the court, and you're underdogs at home. It just doesn't make any sense. So I think you can make a lot of money the rest of the year betting on the Nets at home as long as Kyrie isn't playing.
Well, it's absolutely wild as well if you think about how they just dominated that third quarter against Utah. That was, it was over.
It was a tie game or like a one-point game at halftime. And they just took off.
And they came out in the second half and just punched the Jazz in the face. And you know what the Jazz did? They just stood there dazed and confused, like, what in the heck just happened? KD was awesome. But, by the way, I don't know if you saw this. Did you know KD last night, did you see him heaping all that praise on a future Hall of Famer in Ja Morant?
How about that?
Dude.
Said he was a combination of D. Rose and AI and MJ and I forget who else he said. But it was a bunch of guys, and that's awesome.
Dude.
He's a super unique player. I think I think one thing you can definitely say about Ja that's pretty indisputable, can't dispute it, is what I'm trying to say, is that Ja is an incredibly unique player. There's never been a player like him before. So if you love basketball and you love seeing things you've never seen before, anybody would love Ja.
Did you see Sunday night the dunk that Ja had in the just the warm-ups?
No, I didn't.
It's on my Twitter at Johnny_radio. I tweeted it out yesterday or the day before. You should have seen it. Mm-hmm. It is better than anything, and this was just in warm-ups. They toss the ball to him. He catches it, does a complete 360, nasty thing. I don't even know how to explain it.
Like it was easy.
Like, no, like it was just like walking down the street.
Like breathing.
Yeah, just like breathing. Ja is absolutely a filthy athlete and a heck of a basketball player, a great person. He's great for Memphis. The Grizzlies are kicking butt. We're going to talk NBA. We're going to talk all kinds of things today. I think we got a very fun slate. I got some wild stories today. It's shocking.
Wow.
Like, I got some real
How wild are
stories.
they, John?
Pretty wild. I think you'll be surprised at a few of them. Like a lot of them, actually. Yeah, dude. You're definitely going to be freaked out.
Wow. I can't wait.
I got money. I got Archie spottings. I got Pete Davidson and Kanye
Like Archie
West.
and Jughead?
No, like Arch Manning. Sorry. I said Archie again. Arch Manning.
You know Archie Comics?
Do you know where he was spotted? Did you know where he was spotted?
Veronica?
No. I don't know who Jughead is.
Yeah, Archie and Jughead, you know, Veronica, they Riverdale, you know.
Nope. I do not know.
Oh, Archie Comics. Anyway, what were you saying?
It's a comic. That's why I don't know
but
it,
it's also
bro.
a TV show now with Cole Sprouse.
Oh, yeah, but
he plays Archie.
Is it a cartoon?
No, it's a live. Cole Sprouse is a person, live action.
Oh, he's a real person?
Real guy.
He's not, like, animated?
Archie is what's in a comic he is, but not in the real life. Anyway, you were saying something of relevance.
Well, you got me
before I got you
something.
thinking about something else.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
Who knows, honestly?
Oh, I just have a bunch of whack stories.
Oh, that's crazy, though.
Yeah.
Harden was going to be packed today, though.
Hey, Ohtani, by the way, MLB news. I got Shohei Ohtani.
2.5 innings.
5 yesterday. Looked great. We also got, I told you last week, can I pat myself on the back? Because Dave wanted to pat himself on the back when he was leaving. And I want to pat myself on the back when I'm starting.
Okay.
All right. Do you know when I told you this? Do you remember when I said, hey, guess where Carlos Correa is going to go?
Minnesota.
You do remember that, huh?
More or less.
Do you remember who? Do you know who swooped in and grabbed the 27-year-old shortstop?
It was Minnesota, John.
It was. We're going to talk also a little baseball today. Hit us up at the AutoZone text and listener line at 901-360-8255. Get in the zone, AutoZone, 901-360-8255. David Cobb at the bottom of the hour. That means at 11:30 in 9 minutes. But we're about to get in the box. You know how we get in the box?
How?
By looking good and feeling good. And that's why I go to Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road, down in Olive Branch. Oh, my goodness, 9 to 7, Monday through Saturday, 1 to 6 on Sunday. Walk through and check out the largest boot showroom on planet Earth. Today, you could use some rain boots. Maybe one day you need some beautiful dress boots or some work boots or some Western boots. They have you at Frontier Western Store. Plus, they have all the jeans. They have the beautiful shirts. They have the summer attire. And it's not just for someone like me. It's for anyone because they have a ladies' boutique. They have a children's department. They have waistline friendly. They have it all at their store and online at frontierwesternstore.com. Order online. It's simple. They ship their orders out within 24 hours. Any order $75 or more is shipped absolutely free. Frontier Western Store and frontierwesternstore.com. Guess what, Jay? I'm in the box. Dude, I'm so proud you were on point today.
I know.
You're like, for somebody who looks so tired.
No, I don't look tired. I don't sound tired. I don't look tired. I don't even feel tired. I'm so awake. It's unbelievable. Wow, do I have so much energy. Unbelievable. John, I got some questions for you today.
All right, Mr. Captain of the Vol Navy. Rick Barnes, lead cheerleader.
That's right. Let's see which question I want to ask. Okay, John, here we go. I have an idea of what I think the move. This is a really put you on the spot question. So I'm going to give you the question. I'm going to give my answer while I buy you some time to get your answer together, okay? So that's what's going to happen here, all right? So I would like to contend that of all the moves that happened at the trade deadline, you know, in the NBA trade deadline, John, everybody likes to have their immediate reaction. That's a bad trade. That's a stupid trade. What are they thinking, those idiots, like anybody who knows anything? But, John, I would like to contend that the move of the year in the NBA is the Mavericks dumping Kristaps Porzingis and going to get Spencer Dinwiddie, John. What's your NBA move of the year? Let me tell you why that's my move of the year, is because getting rid of Porzingis got rid of the one defensive lacking on that team, and now they're a defensive juggernaut. You get Dinwiddie. Also, you can't double Luka at the end of games now. There's too many threats on the floor, especially one pass away. It just is an absolute nightmare, and they have a bunch of dogs guarding, and it is a true identity, and the Mavs are going to be some trouble, and getting rid of Porzingis while everybody and their mother thought it was a bad idea, they're wrong, John. It was the move of the year in the NBA. What's your opinion?
You know what? I like the fact that you talked about Dinwiddie and my man KP, because Kristaps, by the way, you know he got engaged.
Oh, good for him, man.
And do you know that they said that he went to more strip clubs
than
any person in the world? So I feel hard. Like, that industry has just been hit hard.
In Dallas.
That millionaire.
But great for Washington.
No. It's great for, because he's engaged. He just got engaged.
Yeah, I don't think
you don't think he's going to stay out of them?
No.
Well, now it's not going to be well in Washington because he's going to do it when he's on the road then.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
You're smart, John.
Yeah, dude. He'll take that show on the road.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to mention that. That's a good trade for them and sad for him. Now,
another trade you like?
I would have to say, and you're going to, I think the best trade, yes, the beard, James Harden. I know he didn't play last night. I know Joel Embiid didn't play last night, but guess what? They still won. They're going to get things together. They started off fast. They've hit a little lull. They're going to work through this. But when the postseason comes, you got a great shooting guard. You got a good big. They're going to play well. They're going to be a tough out in the East. And you got to remember, you gave away Ben Simmons, who the news came out today. Guess what? He's got a herniated disc.
You got rid of Drummond, too, though, man. And Seth.
Man, Seth Curry does hurt. And
I think Drummond hurts a lot, too, man. I know that no one agrees, but I'm going to die on that hill.
Andre Drummond, when Joel Embiid plays, by the way, I don't know if you remember this, for the 76ers.
And for the playoffs, that's why it makes it an okay deal, I think, is because Joel is going to play so many minutes.
Correct.
When they get to the playoffs. But for the Nets, that's a huge thing that they gained, that they needed, I think. You know what I mean? Maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy.
The biggest thing they need is Ben Simmons to actually play, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen this year because are you going to bring Ben Simmons back, in all honesty, and start him, the man who mentally couldn't make a free throw and was freaked out and waited to get traded all off season?
Well, not this year.
You're not. I mean, that's what I'm saying. He's got a herniated disc now, so that for the like in my opinion, the Brooklyn Nets got jobbed on that John.
Kind of, but you think about the reporting coming out that Kyrie is talking that ish to James Harden in practice and demoralizing him or whatever. So obviously you have chemistry issues. And then, I don't even think I can count out KD and Kyrie when you get to the playoffs. You know what I mean? Just them by themselves. So as much as you want James Harden on the team, I just don't think it hurt the Nets as much as it helped. Or I don't think it hurt the Nets or helped the Sixers as much as that identity change for the Mavs.
Dude,
6.5 dozen, though.
The 76ers are going – this is going to work, Holmes. And also, I want to say C.J. McCollum to the Pelicans.
He scored 6 straight 30-point games or something like that.
Yes, he's balling down in New Orleans. The Trailblazers needed to break up the whole situation with Damian Lillard. They got a first-round pick out of the Giant.
They won last night in Detroit.
Josh Hart, I don't know. I think the Pelicans got, C.J. McCollum's just been nasty.
Well, there was no better time than March 22nd, John, to talk NBA trade deadline a month or two after it's already
when was
occurred.
it, like February 10th?
Yeah, but this is the time that we needed to gain some perspective, you see? So now we have a better idea of what was good and what was bad.
You know what? I got to admit, you're a genius. But I do have to tell you to pause on your other questions. You can ask me afterwards because guess what I got?
We got David Cobb.
We got David Cobb to talk college basketball. We got this Sweet 16 to talk about. And I can't wait to talk to a University of Tennessee graduate in David Cobb and ask him what he thinks of Rick Barnes right here on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ. Listen to us daily on 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world at sports56whbq.com or on the Sports 56 app.
Oh, Jeff Allen, what's shaking over there at Gossett Kia South on Mount Moriah?
The walls are shaking because the deals are phenomenal on Mount Moriah. Check this out, Randy. You can take your pick from a 2022 Kia Soul LX or a 2022 Kia LXS. We got it for $199 for a 36-month lease, $27.99 due at signing.
Hey, Jeff, what do you got in an SUV?
A Venture Ready over here with a 2022 Kia Sorento LX, $299 for 36-month lease and $39.99 due at signing.
And every Gossett Kia comes equipped with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia Mount Moriah.
Or online, KiaMountMoriah.com. 36-month leases, $650 acquisition fee, $30,000 per year, 20 cents excess mileage, sold N718, 2252, MSRP $20,960, Forte NE 461, 574, MSRP $20,770, Sorento $899,0199, MSRP $32,120, includes all rebates and incentives, $695 PF, must finance through Kia, excludes tax file and license, see dealer for complete details, offer valid through 4/4/2022 with approved credit, dealer stock only.
Getaway Sports Bar, the best kept secret in town, open noon to 1:30 a.m. 7 days a week. Garvin, the owner, created this SEC NFL Dream Bar over 20 years ago. You'll never miss a minute of action. 10 TVs, 5 70-inch TVs for all the big games. Rack them up on 6 pool tables. Coldest beer in town, grab you a pool stick and get you some good bar grub. 100% Angus burgers, big and moist chicken tenders. Daily happy hour Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. with long neck domestics, 225 Getaway Sports Bar, 4632 Winchester.
Knotfest Roadshow is back.
Of the moderate me.
Tonight, FedEx Forum. Featuring Slipknot. Plus special guests in this moment and wage war. On sale now. Buy tickets at LiveNation.com. Visit NotFestRoadshow.com for more.
Wilkinson's Liquor and Wine is celebrating their 35th year. Come in today and choose from a big selection of tequilas, vodkas, and over 70 different single malts. Bourbon whiskey fans will find over 200 bourbons and whiskeys from around the world, along with wines from every region for all you wine enthusiasts. Wilkinson's Liquor and Wine, 146 Highway 72, Suite 102 in Collierville. It's next to Captain John's Barbecue. Open every day, including Sundays from 10 to 7 for football and all sports fans. Wilkinson's Liquor and Wine, celebrating 35 years with you.
Hi, I'm Flo from Progressive. If you love the sports like me, you get annoyed with your team or player. So Progressive's going to help take your mind off your team or that player for a moment. Instead of thinking about how they lost that thing recently, think about Progressive letting you compare our direct rates side by side with competitors to easily find the lowest option. Don't worry, your sports ball team or player will get him next time. Hope this distraction from Progressive about easily comparing rates was helpful to not think about that last game or match or season. I mean, even though I love sports ball.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Hey, if you're hungry for great Mexican food for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, got it. La Guadalupana. Guadalupana, Guadalupana. Choose from tacos, burritos, enchiladas, sizzling shrimp, beef, or chicken fajitas, and even a Cuban sandwich filled with Mexican sauces, chicken, ham, steak, jalapenos, avocado, and more. How about super nachos topped with melted cheese, beans, sour cream, guacamole, tomato, and jalapenos? All great with nice cold beer, domestic and imported. Good prices, generous portions, great service at 2 locations, Summer Avenue and Cordova Road. La Guadalupana.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour is brought to you by Memphis's only Top Golf Swing Suite at Erling Jensen Small Bites. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's in the house, and we are about to talk with David Cobb, but somehow he just dropped, I believe. So you might want to try that again. We're going to talk college basketball. I don't know if you realize, yes, the NCAA tournament is in full swing. Games are going to be tipping back off. Can't wait on Thursday. And we also got to talk a little Tennessee. I also have to ask David Cobb, why is everybody saying the Tigers are back and Rick Barnes he's second round Rick, same amount of Sweet 16s again as St. Peter's in the last 14 years. Not very, very good. But anyway, it is time to talk with my good buddy. Oh, no David Cobb still? I don't know what Jay's doing today. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to blame Jay. But we are going to talk all about the games and expectations. But I want to remind you, you know who can protect you? Especially if you're Vols fans out there. You probably need some protection. You need to feel warm. You need to feel safe. And if you need protection like everybody else in this world does, because I don't know if you've heard the old saying, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. So you need to be backed up by Bob Simpson of State Farm Insurance. He can get you the Patrick Price, the Rogers rate. He'll take care of you. Give him a call at 901-381-1233 or go online and get a free quote at bobsimpson.org. He will cover your business. It doesn't matter if it's starting, it's growing, or maturing. Make sure he will take care of your home, whether you're a renter or an owner. Also, if you're going out of town, hey, the summer's almost here. Spring started on Sunday, according to Jay. And guess what? People are going to be taking vacations. Make sure you're protected by my good buddy, Bob Simpson. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. It's time to talk with David Cobb, a little college basketball. Cobb, how are you doing today, sir?
Good, man. Good. It's been a fun few days here, kind of trying to come off that high of the first weekend of the NCAA tournament and kind of reorient towards what's ahead here. Because, here in about a little over 48 hours, the basketball starts back up again.
Well, I have to ask you, did the Tennessee loss not kind of deflate you? And then after that, you had a gut punch with your team that you basically died on the cross with all year, the Illini. I thought maybe that would have been a little bit of rough weekend for you.
Yeah, look, it's funny because CBS Sports, they call us the experts, and we do these expert picks and stuff. And I mean, I'm probably batting about 260. To put it in baseball terms, I've hit a few that I'm proud of, but man, I've missed on a lot, and that's everybody this time of year. But yeah, I was riding with Illinois, riding with Auburn. Certainly didn't see St. Peter's beating Kentucky. So some big misses.
Or Murray State, for that fact. I mean, the state of Kentucky right now, they have got to be, the whole state just got bully whipped by the Peacocks.
Sure, and then Matt McMahon takes the LSU job yesterday, so even Murray will be fine. But yes, that whole entire state, not a great month for anybody basketball-wise in Kentucky. So it was a fun weekend, though. And even though Tennessee lost and Memphis lost and Chattanooga lost and Murray lost and all these teams that I kind of have geographic or personal ties to lost, I still enjoyed watching 4 days worth of insane basketball and just the drama of it all and the Cinderellas of it all. And I mean, it's not over. Like, we could have a very blue blood Final Four, but Providence is going to try to take out Kansas. And in the East, St. Peter's is still alive.
There's a few. I was going to say there's some wild cards out there. Like
Texas Tech versus Duke. Think about it. Think about everybody's like, oh yeah, Duke got past Michigan State, and that was the big game of the first weekend and all that. But Mike Krzyzewski survived Tom Izzo. But how fitting would it be now if it was Mark Adams who took him out? A guy who looks like, I don't even know, like your uncle who, your generic uncle who does something really boring for a living. And this is a guy who was coaching in junior college like 10 years ago. And if that were the guy who ended Coach K's career, I mean, what a twist that would be. So there's still plenty of intrigue hanging out there.
Yeah, it's actually pretty wild when you think about it. Yeah, I mean, it's the whole Chris Beard thing, too, when you talk about Texas Tech is pretty interesting, the way they took care of business this weekend. But the men's college basketball was out of control. I do need to ask you, before we get into some of these games, some of the past games, Jay Morgan is the captain of the Vol Navy. He was very hurt by the Vol fans. He said that, they went out there and fought hard. Michigan just was better. They couldn't hit their threes, talking up the Vols. And he's been the cheerleader for Rick Barnes. I've been calling Rick second-round Rick. He's been to 14 Sweet 16. I mean, in 14 years, he's been to one Sweet 16, same amount as St. Peter's. So he doesn't also understand the Rick Barnes hate because he thinks he's an excellent coach. What I have to say, he is a great coach. But he doesn't understand why there's so much love for Penny Hardaway when Penny Hardaway's team went out in the second round and the Vols team went out in the second round. But everybody's talking about how Penny can coach and Rick Barnes can't. Can you explain that to him?
Well, it's all about the momentum going into the dance, right? So Memphis was getting universally praised for the remarkable turnaround that they had done. And so you see that second round draw against Gonzaga, and it's like, oh, wow, Memphis really put up a fight against Gonzaga, and that's true. And then you see it with Tennessee. It's like, oh, they're coming in off an SEC tournament title. This is a team that should, at the minimum, make the Sweet 16, and they lose to an 11 team. I mean, it's all about the matchups, and that's how we end up perceiving the outcomes is based on the matchups. And I mean, it's a proven fact at this point that Rick Barnes is not a good NCAA tournament coach. And so, if you want to judge coaches based solely on their NCAA tournament record, then Rick Barnes is a very average coach. If you judge coaches on more than that, then he's a really, really good coach.
It's just wild that they won the SEC championship. They did get that banner. I just can't believe they didn't get out of the second round, and it's kind of horrible when you talk about the so-called experts over at CBSSports.com. Over here, we consider it. I'm in a little money league. A young lady picked Longwood in the first round. Karen picked Longwood over Tennessee in the first round. but she's somehow leading our entire pool by so many games that we can't catch her.
I mean, it's amazing. Like, it really is impossible to predict this thing. And I just submitted my picks for this weekend and who I think is going to win it all and all this. And I'm like, I have zero confidence in any of this. I've watched college basketball all year. I've watched as much college basketball as anybody, and still have very little confidence in my picks. I mean, that's the beauty of the thing, though. And it's unfortunate that Tennessee got eliminated, but I don't think it diminishes the fact that it was a good season for Tennessee. When you win your first SEC tournament since 1977 or whatever it was,
79, I think.
Yeah, then that's a successful season. When you cut down nets and you're a conference champion and all that, maybe the fans who don't ever watch basketball and then start paying attention in late February because it's on their Twitter feed or whatever. Maybe those people don't understand that winning a conference tournament or winning a regular season title in your conference means something. But I guarantee you it means something to those players. It means something to the fans who are watching all along that you at least won a conference tournament title. So you should be mad that Tennessee didn't advance. Here's the other thing that I appreciated about the way the Tennessee game ended. One, the Kennedy Chandler embrace
by
with
Juwan Howard.
That was cool all the way around. But it just shows you the amount of investment and the amount of buy-in that Tennessee team had. And I don't think that last year's Tennessee team had that because it was Jaden Springer and Keon Johnson, the one-and-done guys, and the chemistry was never there. They couldn't get it right because of COVID or whatever you want to pin it on. And the buy-in, the emotional investment was not there last year. And it was quite obviously there this year, even with a guy like Kennedy Chandler, who's about to go on to make millions of dollars.
Yeah, he played awesome, though. He did play well.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he did. And that was one of his best games of the season, I thought. And he, I think, proved that he should be a first-round NBA draft pick here in a few months.
Yeah, Santiago just didn't really show up and couldn't hit any shots.
And then the defense let him down, too. I mean, the outside shot was certainly a big reason why they lost.
Plus, Hunter Dickinson was beating them up.
Well, and then Dickinson set the stage for Eli Brooks to just go nuts because Eli Brooks scored 18 points in the second half for Michigan, and he's not exactly known as a big-time bucket getter. And so
he was stroking, though.
What they did is they brought Hunter Dickinson up to the high post, and because Hunter Dickinson had been making shots, Euros, Plavsic, and Tennessee's other bigs had to go defend Hunter Dickinson up at the free throw line and beyond that, which opened up the paint for Eli Brooks, and Tennessee's guards got caught flat-footed, which is really uncharacteristic. So the three-point shooting was a big part of it, but if I'm Tennessee, I'm sick because the defense, which was your calling card all year, kind of let you down in that second half.
The Tigers, by the way, did play Gonzaga extremely well. Speaking of coaches, Mark Few in that first half looked like he was really rattled and a little flustered. Memphis did kind of, come to it. But Drew Timme came back and just had a heroic performance in that second half. Arkansas and Gonzaga start things back off on Thursday at 6 o'clock on CBS. Who do you like and why?
I'll go Arkansas against the spread, but I'm taking Gonzaga straight up.
Oh, I'm talking spread, man. I'm about making money over here.
I mean, if you go back and look at last year's Arkansas-Baylor game in the, I think it was the Elite Eight, this is kind of a repeat of that in many ways. And I mean, I think Arkansas has got the mayhem factor that Memphis brings. Mm-hmm. They just don't have quite as much talent, quite as much size, honestly, as Memphis does. So I think they'll be able to hang with Gonzaga, but in the end, I think Gonzaga wins that game by 7 or 8 points, which, as of today, would still be
a cover
for Arkansas. Yeah, absolutely.
Right now, Arkansas is getting 9, but I have to ask you: are you a little bit worried about J.D. Notae's shot looks a little broken? That offense looked a little hectic all weekend long. I'm surprised that they were the team from the SEC, the only one that advanced. Does that cause you a little cause from concern? Because Zags can light it up.
Yeah, I mean, I think Gonzaga, at its best, is capable of beating anyone in this field by double digits. Gonzaga is not always at its best, though. I mean, these guards have been really pulling a lot of weight recently, more so than you might have expected, considering all the hype around Chet Holmgren. And so when you're looking at Gonzaga and you're seeing in the WCC title game, and then the other night against Memphis, you're seeing Nembhard and Rasir Bolton just going nuts, hitting 50% of their threes, you got to wonder how sustainable that is. Because the moment one of those guards for Gonzaga has a tough night, then it really comes down to how much better has Chet Holmgren gotten. I didn't see an elite Chet Holmgren against Memphis. So if Gonzaga's guards are having an off shooting night, they are not invincible. I mean, I don't think Gonzaga's going to win the national title. I don't think that the guard. I don't know. I mean, we'll see if they can continue. I've kind of been proven wrong about this with Bolton and Nembhard playing so great. I just have my doubts about whether or not those two guys can continue to carry such a big load for their offense.
Yeah, it's hard to carry that load. Now, Houston, they just somehow basically checked them in. Kelvin Sampson, one of the more underrated coaches, I believe. I know everybody loves him. He's great. But look what Houston does. They lose their best two. You got Fabian White playing out of his mind. Sheds playing out of his mind. Taze Moore. How do the Houston Cougars just keep doing it? And do they have a chance against Arizona, who looked really shaky Sunday night?
Houston, I keep doubting and I keep sleeping on, and I'm doing it again. Like, I'm picking Arizona to win this weekend, and I'm such an idiot for doing it because all year long I've just been waiting on Houston to stop being good, and they don't stop being good. They just keep going, and so I feel like I'm betraying myself by doing this again and saying Arizona is going to beat Houston because I just for whatever reason can't get myself to fully believe. I just don't understand how Houston is still good. I just don't understand it. It's a remarkable coaching job. It's a testament to their toughness. It's just a gritty team that doesn't quit. And it's, some of that Memphis energy from Taze Moore for sure. I guess he's technically from South Haven, but, same difference. So I don't know, man. I don't know. That's going to be a fun matchup. It's just two teams there that are kind of different. Houston, slow it down, grind on you. Arizona is just this super up-tempo, offensive-oriented team. So that's going to be a fun matchup. And against my better judgment, I'm taking Arizona.
Well, the 10-11 matchup I find pretty fascinating. Iowa State and Miami. Charlie Moore, was going to come to Memphis, then went to Cal, then to Kansas, then to DePaul, and now at Miami. And he was balling all over USC on Boogie Ellis's face, to be honest with you. It was kind of sad to watch. He's going to put this Miami team on his back. Are they going to get past Iowa State?
I would say so. I think Miami has that prototypical ingredient that is always viewed as important this time of year with that veteran guard play. And Iowa State's got a good defense, but, man, Miami's guards just do not turn it over at all. And apparently they've got a pretty dang good rim protector, too, in Sam Wardenberg, who was just swatting everything that Jabari Smith and Walker Kessler put up near the rim the other night. I mean, that was embarrassing.
That's what I was going to say. Was it more Miami or was that just straight trash by Bruce Pearl's kids?
I mean, both. Both. That was a horrendous performance by an Auburn team that was a lot better than it showed in this NCAA tournament, in this postseason in general, getting shellacked in the SEC tournament and all that. But, anyway, the Miami thing is interesting because they've got really good guards. So I just hate that the Midwest region opened up so easily for Kansas because, I mean, they're a 7.5-point favorite against Providence, and then they're going to be playing a double-digit seed in the next game if they beat Providence. So not even like a great KU team, but boy, the path has been paved for them to reach the Final Four.
You are not lying. Easy peasy for Kansas. Now, North Carolina, nobody expected to be here. Nobody expected Miami to be here. Nobody expected the ACC to actually do well in the tournament, yet here we are. Hubert Davis somehow survives. Do they have a chance to continue against UCLA? It seems like this team's scoring in bunches.
So I like UCLA because we saw how collapsible North Carolina's
at the very end. That was scary.
It was scary, and UCLA is a veteran squad that can beat you in a variety of ways. I mean, they've got Jaime Jaquez, Johnny Juzang, and those are the names people know, but Tiger Campbell can beat you. Jules Bernard can beat you. They've got a dynamic freshman in Peyton Watson, who's a really tough matchup. Cody Riley and Miles Johnson are two quality bigs who can score in the paint. I mean, they're a dynamic team that can beat you in a variety of ways. So My one concern picking this game right now is the health of Jaime Jaquez. He injured his ankle late in the second half of their second-round game, and he's kind of been banged up for a while now. And so that does make it different.
He did come back in there at the very end of that game, though. So, you feel like, he's going to give it a go, don't you?
You hope. I mean, you hope it all checks out, but I don't know. I mean, I think UCLA wins the game because North Carolina's defense is too shaky, but that's another one that my confidence has just been destroyed, John. It's been destroyed. So I'm leaning UCLA, but I'm second-guessing myself on everything.
Hey, I understand it. I'm gun-shy. The first day of the tournament, I lost my national championship game. I had Kentucky playing Iowa in the championship, so yeah, not very good. Now, St. Peter's, can they keep dancing? And the one thing I wanted to ask you, because I think this is the lock of the week, I don't understand this. St. Peter's little man can flat-out score Joe Dirt's son, and then Purdue flat-out doesn't play defense, but they just score and run and gun. The total set at 135. I love the over in this game.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I mean, St. Peter's is going to have to shoot about 60% from three to have a shot in this one because there's just no way they can hold Purdue under 80. That's not an insult to St. Peter's. It's just the reality. I mean, when you got a 7'4" guy out there and the potential number one pick in the NBA draft and Jaden Ivey going up against a team that literally is filled with 0-star players and undersized guys, like there's no way Purdue scores fewer than 80 points. Now, listen close. I didn't say there's no way that Purdue loses. I said there's no way Purdue scores fewer than 80 points. Their defense is trash. So St. Peter's could score more than 80 points as well. And all of a sudden, you get into a game that the point total is well above 150. I mean, I think that's very possible. Also wouldn't be totally stunned if Purdue wins the game 93-56. I mean, honestly. So, yeah, I think the over is probably the play there. I wouldn't necessarily be as interested in the spread.
No, I'm all over that over. I already bet it.
Shoot, I mean, if 93-56, that would get you to the over, and I think that's possible. And I also, like I said, I also think it's possible St. Peter's keeps it going and Purdue's defense is exposed on the national stage, and both teams are in the 80s.
David, I appreciate your time. Enjoy all the basketball. Everybody make sure you tune in every single Tuesday at 11:30 to listen to Cobb and read all of his work at cbssports.com. Follow him on the Twitter at David W. Cobb. David, be blessed out there, brother.
All right, thanks.
That's our buddy from cbssports.com, David Cobb. Go read some of his articles. He's got a lot of great work out there on the website right now. If you're into the NCAA tournament and you down, even if your bracket is busted, get down with the games. You can still make some change. Check out cbssports.com. Jay, we're going to take a quick break. Come back, and if you have any questions, I'll let you ask them. But don't forget at noon, we got a little Hardwood, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
The all-new Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Brought to you by Action 24/7, James Gaddis Jewelers, and Acura of Memphis. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10 right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Are you ready for the Gossett Mitsubishi Spring Sales Event? It's on at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. Need 41 MPG Highway with gas prices that keep soaring? We got you covered in 2022 Mitsubishi Mirage G4. $189 a month or $14,999. 5 seats, 27 MPG combined. 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. $299 a month or $23,037. Plus, redesigned 2022 Outlander with 7-passenger seating and 27 MPG combined. $359 a month or $26,998. And get our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Gossett got it at Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 72 months, 500 military rebate, G4, NHF 03943, MSRP 16985, Sport, NU 006-786, MSRP 25407, Outlander NZO 6388, MSRP 292, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 2/28/22, dealer stock only.
Yes, it's still winter. Yes, it's still cold outside. But Family Leisure wants you to start thinking towards spring and maybe even summer. So Family Leisure's pool and patio sale is happening right now. Come to Family Leisure to get started on your outdoor living space. Yes, I know it's cold and dreary outside, but this is the perfect time to think ahead. Pools are in stock and ready to go. Brand new 2022 patio furniture is hitting the floor each and every day. In-stock hot tubs are ready for delivery. you can get fantastic deals on play gyms, trampolines, grills, and outdoor kitchens. I know you are already looking forward to spring and summer, and so does Family Leisure. But if you sit on the couch too long, the best deals will be gone. So don't wait until it's too late. Stop thinking about spring and summer. Start planning for it. The pool and patio sale is in season right now. Family Leisure, 2120 Whitten Road. That's Whitten at I-40, where family and fun all come together.
For over 8 decades, America's farmers have counted on the Little Red Tractor from Case IH, the Farmall, to help them make short work of their demanding chores. Well, Mid-South Ag can show you they aren't just for farms anymore. With horsepower ranging from 30 to 105, plus an army of attachments, they can tackle every chore on your to-do list, from hauling and mowing to loading and towing and then some. Stop by Mid-South Ag Equipment or call 662-890-3141 to find a Case IH Farmall that's right for you.
What's wrong, darling?
Work.
I thought you loved your job.
I do, but the boss put me in charge of his corporate luncheon. His bosses are coming. So now I got to figure out something about food.
Hey, have you called Charlie Robertson at Three Little Pigs?
I haven't, but that's a great idea.
That shoulder pack that we got for Mom and Dad's anniversary was killer, honey.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a half gallon of coleslaw, half gallon of cooked beans, and all the trimmings with the 24 buns and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's good stuff.
Remember we took the kids there and we had so much fun, and the kids love the ribs and they don't even like ribs.
Oh, that catfish. Oh, yeah. 3 Little Pigs. And I got all stressed out for nothing.
3 Little Pigs at the corner of White Station and Quince. A slow-cooked pork shoulder you can have on a sandwich, or you can even have it catered. Plus delicious grain-fed catfish that melts in your mouth. 3 Little Pigs Country Breakfast. All the trimmings will get you ready for any day. 3 Little Pigs Barbecue, where we serve no swine before it's time. 901-685-7094.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour is brought to you by Memphis's only Top Golf Swing Suite at Erling Jensen Small Bites. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. I'm hoping everybody out there is having a wonderful day. I can't wait to get to a little Hardwood today. I got a great letter that I'm going to read during Hardwood today, Jay.
Yeah?
Do you know who wrote it?
No.
Her name is Rika Gorgie. She is a NCAA. She's a former Olympian and a Virginia Tech female swimmer. She's a fifth-year senior. And she wrote a letter to the NCAA. I think you're going to find out that it's fascinating. Has to do with Leah Thomas. I don't know if you know this. Leah Thomas became the first transgender Division I college sports national champion. Yes, that is correct. Now, a lot of that came to the chagrin of a lot of ladies who were in the sport. And my girl Rika wrote a story about how she feels disenfranchised. I'll read it on the other side. It makes a lot of poignant points. We also are going to talk a little bit of baseball news. We got Carlos Correa. He's heading to the Twins, baby. Max Scherzer, good as advertised in his spring debut. Do you know who he's actually playing for?
The Twins.
No, Max Scherzer. Holmes.
Oh, yes, I do.
Who then?
The Mets.
How did you know that? You don't usually know many things. He looked good in his Mets debut. They're paying him a fortune. You know that he's actually 37 years old.
I mean, give me a break on the Mets. Honestly, John, don't even get me started on the NL East. Mets are my third favorite team in the NL
Max
East.
Scherzer and Jacob deGrom. Just sit back and relax, baby. This thing is, hey, Cohen is going after it, brother.
You know what really irks me, John, is just talking about the Phillies. Everyone's like, oh, the Phillies, they got Castellanos, so look how good the Phillies are going to be. Give me a break. The Phillies might score the most runs in baseball this year. They might. But you know what else? You know what else they're going to do? Give up the most runs in baseball. So I'm tired of all these people like, oh, look at the Phillies. Oh, the Phillies. The Phillies play a terrible brand of baseball, easily the most hateable team in the MLB. I cannot stand the Philadelphia Phillies. I mean, if there's a Phillies fan in the audience, I dare you to call or text the show. Dare you. We'll eviscerate you. I will eviscerate you.
I
want all the Philly smoke.
Do you like the Philly Fanatic?
The worst mascot in the history of organized sport.
Wow.
What a green quack. Give me a break. What even is he, John? What is the Philly Fanatic? An abomination is what he is. A cruel joke God played on him. I mean, a cruel joke, giving him a nose that has some weird tongue that comes out like he's an iguana.
By the way, can I ask you something? Who's the best? Who do you find as the? Do you like
Fanatic?
Do you like the Mets mascot,
Mr. Met?
Mm-hmm.
A couple years ago, John.
Or do you like Benny the Bull from Chicago?
Sure, Benny Bull's fine.
Benny the Bull.
I like Gritty.
Oh, you like Gritty, and that's for the Flyers. Oh, that's for hockey.
Yeah, no, John. But a few years ago. When after the whole Bartman situation, the Cubs took the baseball and had it exploded. Like it was a big ceremony they had. To end the span of bad luck, they exploded the baseball that Steve Bartman interfered with. So I think the Mets, in order to fix their string of bad luck, should do the same thing. I think they should decapitate Mr. Met.
Hey, by the way, just one other little thing, just a food for thought. Did you see that? Baseball was fighting tooth and nail with the players, the Major League Baseball Players Association about money, of course. Do you want to know something weird?
They spent $2.8 billion.
265, buddy.
Whatever.
It's the most they've ever spent in an offseason. Ever. It's just kind of weird to see them go out there fighting for money and then go drop $3.265 billion.
That's weird.
On free agent frenzy. It is kind of wild. You have to admit it. I mean.
No, I admit it.
I mean, you saw Ryan McMahon. Did you see he got a 6-year, $70 million extension? Holy cow. By the way, you know who Ryan McMahon is, right? He's a little infielder for the Rockies. They're paying a lot of average talent. Did you see that contract they gave Chris Bryant? Then they pay Ryan McMahon so much. I know he hit 23 home runs last year, but dadgum, he only hit 254. Oh, well. He also plays in Colorado. You better have at least 20 home runs, buddy. I love talking baseball. You know what else I like to do? I like golf. But guess what? I won't see Fig Jam this year at the Masters. Did you know that? Do you know what Fig Jam is?
Yes.
But it also makes you think of food, doesn't it?
Figs.
Yes,
or jam.
And jam. I think they have actually fig jam. Is that a real thing?
Sure.
I mean, maybe you can turn a fig into jam, can't you?
I don't see why not.
So Phil Mickelson will not be playing in the Masters this year. But if you want to start getting ready for the Masters and get in the swing of things, why don't you head over to Erling Jensen Small Bites, where Memphis's only Topgolf Swing Suite is. What is Topgolf Swing Suite? Well, go to SwingSuiteMemphis.com and check it out, and I'll explain it as best I can. It is an immersive social experience. It offers the guest a luxury private lounge. You enjoy all the extraordinary food and beverage service that Erling Jensen's provides, all while playing a selection of games in a one-of-a-kind simulation bay. Topgolf Swing Suites are great for workouting, celebrations, or just getting together. It's fun for golfers and non-golfers alike. It's fun for the whole family. By the way, they don't just have golf. They also have soccer, baseball, football, zombie, dodgeball, carnival games. Check it out. And also book your suite today by calling them 901-58-SWING. That's 901-58-SWING. And, man, they got, the biggest TV ever. It's 6 monster TVs put together. Go watch the Masters over there. Go watch some basketball. Enjoy it. 5069 Sanderland, right there at the Doubletree, East Memphis. On the other side, we have Hardenwood, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
The Jeep Celebration event means huge savings at Gossett Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Fiat on the Pike. 2021 Jeep Renegade Latitude, we Gossett at $369 a month. Need muscle in your life? 2022 Dodge Charger XST, $487 a month. 2022 Ram 1500 Tradesman Quad Cab, $529 a month. And 2021 Fiat 500X Pop, we Gossett at $359 a month. Plus, trade up and we'll give you more for your ride at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. So drive past the rest and come to the best or shop online anytime at GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we Gossett at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 75 months at 3.99, 3,500 down, must finance through Chrysler, Renegade, MPN 28108, MSRP 285, Charger, NH 126,525, MSRP 36,780, 1500, NS 148,242, MSRP 39,010, Pop MP 944,748, MSRP 28,560, includes all rebates and incentives, excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 3/21/2022. Dealer stock only.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
If you have damage to your home and have your insurance carrier involved, you need a great contractor. You also need a team that has seen claims of all shapes and sizes, residential or commercial. After our inspection, we'll share our findings and give you our professional opinion. Some people say you get what you pay for. However, our opinion is free. Trust the name you can depend on, like the tens of thousands of families Brian and I have served over the past 20 years here in the Mid-South. Brian Elder Roofing. We'll measure your roof from outer space and share our team's experience for your property and claim. Repaired roofs, replacement roofs, big roofs, tiny roofs, insurance roofs, flat roofs, TPO roofs, asphalt roofs, tile roofs, slate roofs, metal roofs. If your roof needs some love, call me. 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing and Contracting.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Is your bank standing in the way of you and your sportsbook? Try Action 24/7. We're cutting out the middleman. Deposit or withdrawal in cash. No more bank delays or failures. Action 24/7 has more than 100 partners in Tennessee for cash deposits and withdrawals. Visit action247.com for a location. Cash deposits and withdrawals from your Tennessee sportsbook. Action247.com. You got action.
Must be 21 or older and in Tennessee. For problem gambling support, call 800-889-9789.
Spring is around the corner. That means the sounds of air conditioners cranking up will be in the air soon. Hi, this is Lauren Choate with Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. This month only, receive $1,000 off the purchase of a new Carrier AC unit. No gimmicks, just $1,000 off for the Choate's Early Bird Carrier AC Special. If your AC is in good shape, call us to get your $60 20-point AC tune-up to get your AC cleaned and ready for the warm seasons ahead. Choate's is here for all your cooling, heating, plumbing, air duct cleaning, and commercial needs. Call us today at 347-8086 to take advantage of these early bird specials. Or to schedule online, visit ChoatesHVAC.com. So turn to the experts with Choates. And remember, let our family serve your family.
I'm with the expert. Yeah, that's right, expert. Kyle Storms here with Big Green Egg. Kyle, what can you cook on a Big Green Egg?
Almost anything. You can smoke, bake, roast, sear, and grill. Some of the best barbecue, desserts, and pizzas I've ever eaten have been cooked on a Big Green Egg.
I have to be honest. The last grill I had fell apart on me. I had to throw it away. What kind of warranty comes with a Big Green Egg?
This will truly be the last grill you have to buy. Big Green Egg has had a lifetime warranty on all ceramic parts of the egg since 1995. I talk to customers all the time that have had their eggs for 10, 20, 30-plus years. You can't say that about most grills.
How long has the Big Green Egg been around?
Big Green Egg was founded in 1974 by naval engineer Ed Fisher and has never changed ownership. Ed found out that no matter what you throw on an egg, it just comes out better. And now more and more people find out every year.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder is in the house. You can follow him on the Twitter. Did you know that? At Jay Morgan Harder. And it's, by the way, it's just at with a J, not J-A-Y.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a J, and then it's Morgan.
And a period. You've got the period.
And why don't you tell the people it?
Oh, that's not what my Twitter handle is, though. It's just the letter J Morgan Harder. That's my Twitter handle. But if you wanted to spell my name out, it's the J, and there's a period, and then the word Morgan, and then my last name is Harder.
It's kind of interesting that you were talking about the period after your name, because we are going to talk about Leah Thomas. We are going to talk about the teas today. We also are going to talk about Urban Liar. We also have a lot of people hitting us up. Carlos Yates checks in. Good morning. Go Grizzlies. It's good afternoon now. I was just a little late on there. We also have John B. He says,
my cousin.
Go J-Mo. He says, get all the smoke. Let's get that spicy sports talk, man. I like this guy. He's your cousin?
Yeah.
Does he have hair?
Yes.
Oh, that's...
Also a newlywed.
Congratulations, John B. What does B stand for? You don't want to tell him happy?
I mean, that's, John, that we're crossing over to people in the public. We're divulging information that we don't know if they want.
I got you. I can understand because, never mind, I don't even want to go there.
Because people don't want to be related to me.
Well, I was thinking more Kristaps Porzingis kind of going on a road trip, but hey, we're just going to stop it at this.
Oh, right.
Well, it is time for us to get into my favorite segment. I got Urban Meyer on the brain. I've got some crazy stuff about Leah Thomas. I've got Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. I got all kinds of wonderful stuff. So we're about to get to it, but I have to remind you, do you know it's 12 o'clock? It's like 12:10 right now. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
It's happy hour.
It's happy hour. Tito's handmade vodka. If life hands you lemons, don't freak out. Just make a lemon drop. If your bracket's busted, don't freak out. Just get some Tito's. Make a lemon drop. Tito's handmade vodka is crafted and distilled right here in the United States, buddy. No Russian vodka, yo. You know what I'm saying? This is American vodka, and it's 100% corn, 100% gluten-free. Guess what else? It's distilled in classic copper pots, which is a rare thing in the vodka scene. Gives it a very unique flavor, slightly sweet, black pepper note, balances everything out. It doesn't matter if you're crafting a cocktail or drinking it neat. Tito's handmade vodka. Get you some today. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
I got to start off with Urban Liar. I talked about him yesterday. Didn't know who Aaron Donald was. Listen to.
I don't believe that.
Oh, he really did not. No,
John, I don't believe it.
The coach last night went on a show, and I was listening to him. One of his quote assistant coaches said that he was the most unprepared.
I believe
professional in the history of the world. And they said he just basically went in there with an idea of narcissism. He didn't understand OTAs, why they couldn't practice. He didn't understand why they couldn't practice on July 4th.
I believe that,
He didn't fly back with the team.
I believe that.
He's letting a woman grind on him when he's supposed to be back with his team.
I believe that. And then lied to his team about what was happening.
Brought in Tim Tebow because he's trying to have people focus on Tim Tebow.
No, but you're getting away. You're getting away from what I said I didn't believe, though.
What do you believe?
I don't believe that he didn't know who Aaron Donald was.
Oh.
I think that was an example that somebody used to get to a reporter to be like, we'd walk in a room and he'd be like, who's this 99 guy? Here he's going to be a problem. You can imagine that being said sarcastically to prove a point that he didn't know who the best players in the league were. But John, do you think he doesn't know who the three straight defensive MVP in the league is, the best defensive player maybe ever in the history of the game, the most dominant player in the NFL? You don't think Urban knew who Aaron Donald was?
I don't.
That's crazy.
You know why?
Because he's a narcissist.
Exactly. Urban Meyer probably spends 45 minutes a day just getting that hair coiffed just perfect.
That is so far-fetched, though, to imagine he didn't know who Aaron... who's that 12 on Tampa?
Who's likes 12? Himself better? Who likes himself better? Fig Jam, which is Phil Mickelfat. Phil Mickelfat, Fig Jam, whatever you want to call him. Or Urban Liar, who is also a.k.a. Urban Meyer, which he is a three-time national champion.
Who likes himself more?
Who likes himself more?
I don't know. Urban.
I would say...
I'll just pick Urban.
That's an interesting. Let's open that up to the AutoZone text and listener line. 901-360-8255. 901-360-8255. Which one is more of a narcissist? Which one is also just completely infatuated with themselves?
Both.
You
can't pick a wrong answer.
You can't really pick a wrong answer. But I do have to get back to Urban Liar. Do you know that he's not in the NFL anymore?
That's right.
Again, a one-year wonder, and it wasn't wonderful. It was a disaster.
It took people 14 games to have an opinion change on how good of a coach Urban Meyer
It really
was.
didn't take 14 games.
It took like 6 games.
It took
honestly,
the
people
preseason.
predicted it before it even
Yeah, I was
happened.
going to say it took it was a preseason.
But for consensus to take place, it took like 10 games.
If there was a bet that this was going to go south,
I would
have put everything on,
But
including
it
your
would be
life.
like minus 400 though. Not good odds.
No.
Anyway.
But it would have definitely cashed.
No, but part of that report also, I mean, obviously this is old news with what happened in the bar in Ohio when he didn't go back on the plane. But like,
do you know what happened? By the way, I heard. Like, I don't have like the song came on a little bump and grind, and when that song comes on, how are you not going to give a little bump and grind? And I think he got caught up in the music. What do you think?
You made that up.
Of course I made
okay,
that
I was
up.
gonna say no. I think.
But, hey, is that not true?
Maybe.
If that thing comes on, next thing
You
I
got
know,
him on and grind.
I'm gonna
No.
lock the door.
But when he came home and he talked to the position, each position he talked to individually, he would go in there like, yeah, this lady was trying to drag me onto the dance floor, and I just wasn't gonna go. And then like 2 hours later, it comes out that it's wrong, and everyone's just like, man, you're full of bleep. Which obviously they might have known that before that, but that was just something that I saw in the report that I was like, wow, that's crazy, honestly.
Well, there is one place that
Always
no matter
lying.
what
Such
Urban
a
Meyer
benign lie, too. Why lie and say she was trying to pull me out on the dance floor? Like, you've already been caught in the act. It's such a ridiculous lie to, like, just lying to lie. It's honestly, I mean, I know people like that
I
that,
can
like,
tell you
can't
exactly
breathe
what
without
happened.
lying.
That's
but-
what he told Shelley. So therefore,
he had to
he
go to
wanted
the team.
reports out there the same way that were going to leak, and they're like, "Oh, well, she was trying to take him on the dance floor," and that way he had, I guess, plausible deniability.
That's right.
You know, he was like, "Hey, listen, I was fighting her off as hard as I can."
Just not with an arm or a leg. It was with something else I was fighting her off with.
Now, Urban Meyer is still beloved in Ohio State. Now, did you know that he has another job already? He is now.
Yeah, I actually know the answer to this. He is
What?
the director for NIL for Ohio State, right?
Yes, it's called the Foundation.
The Foundation.
Do you know what the Foundation does?
Gets NIL money.
Which
Secures
realistically, let's
NIL
be,
money.
you know what NIL money has become? Boosters giving money to the foundation.
Well, Tennessee just got an $8 million
just like
quarterback.
Tennessee, an $8 million quarterback.
Ridiculous.
Hey, man, listen,
College athlete making $8 million.
do you think Bryce Young is feeling gypped with $2 million? I mean, he's like, I got a Heisman, man. I only got $2 million. But all these, basically, it's just boosters giving a bunch of money to kids. It's now legal. And Urban Meyer is going to be the head dog on this bad boy. And you know who else? Who else is on this on the foundation?
Woo.
Former Buckeyes quarterback Cardale Jones, 12 gauge. It's Cardale
Wow.
Jones,
So
Urban
Cardale
Meyer.
and Urban back at it.
Dude, Cardale Jones, Urban Meyer. Man, finding athletes to give cash. I feel like this is actually a win-win.
Yeah.
Did you know what they said about
I mean,
Urban?
Urban's. Do you think it's only? No, go ahead and finish your story.
The foundation put out a press release. It says this.
Yeah.
There isn't a better
press
person
releases.
to have on the board than
All right.
Coach Urban Meyer. It goes without saying that he's one of the greatest recruiters of student athletes and coaches of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate his support and his friendship.
Wow. Good guy.
Woo.
But John, do you think Urban Meyer coaches somewhere again?
No, he's on the foundation.
No, he's
brother.
coaching somewhere again.
No, he's not.
John,
no, he's
so
not.
you don't think that over the course of time and sport existing, that someone in the college ranks is going to throw a contract to Urban Meyer to come coach?
No, because they just saw what happened.
I think
yes.
Urban's going to coach again.
Hey, the game. Look, Urban Meyer is 57 years old. What do you think? He's going to go away for 3 years and come back at 60? Dude, he wants to go do a little bump and grind.
Do you think someone's going to pay? Do you think someone's going to offer him an outrageous contract to go coach again, though? Probably.
Somebody probably will.
Exactly.
Because
Why wouldn't he take it
There's
then?
going to be an athletic director
Exactly.
who's out there who's scrambling for a coach,
Exactly.
freaking out, can't find anybody. He's been turned down 5 times, and he's going to throw a lifeline out to Urban Meyer. But you know
Exactly.
what? Urban
He's gonna say
Meyer
no.
doesn't seem the kind of guy that's going to actually throw a lifeline back out at you, if you know what I'm saying. So this is also a great thing. We've been talking about name, image, likeness. Urban Meyer, head of the foundation, which is about giving money to college athletes. We talked about Tennessee got an $8 million quota. $8 million?
Ridiculous.
$8
So dumb.
$8
Reportedly, no one knows for
million.
sure, but it's pretty sure, yeah.
So name, image, likeness.
Uh-huh.
It's a real deal, Holyfield. You heard about even? Did you hear about the cheerleader who actually got a name, image, likeness deal during which March Madness? It was Indiana. Who were they playing? And the Indiana was getting smoked.
You're talking about the girl
ball
that got picked up?
stuck. Yeah, the ball got stuck, and the little cheerleader picked the girl up, and then she got the ball down, and everybody cheered for her. It was a beautiful March Madness moment. The place went crazy.
One shining moment.
She got a name, image, likeness deal today.
Wow.
Yesterday, actually.
How much money?
I didn't check to see how much money because, listen, she's getting some money. That's none of my business. I don't know your bankroll. You don't know my bankroll. We'll just leave it at that.
Don't ask a rapper how much his jewelry costs.
That's right. Don't ask a rapper. Man, that is beautiful. That is like some serious Shakespearean
No, seriously,
stuff right there.
Don't do that. It's a bad idea.
Yeah, because what if it's fake and you next thing you know, he's ticked off at you. Now, listen.
Or worse, it's real and you just asked him how much he spent on it.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, you got to understand this. Indiana cheerleaders getting name, image, likeness. We talk about quarterbacks coming out of high school getting millions of dollars. Arch Manning's going to break the bank. There's a lot of people getting paid. The whole University of Miami team, they get their scholarship plus they get extra money, like $5,000 or something, so they can live it up down in Miami.
There's an entire family, the Ruiz family, that is literally just on Twitter announcing how much money they're giving away.
And,
I love the youth.
And by the way, the 5-star quarterback,
old boy at Tennessee.
The old boy at Tennessee, he's the number 3 ranked prospect in his class, 6'5", 195. If he's number 3 in his class, what are number 2 and number 1 going to get?
Yeah.
Woo! Now, again, I'm talking about college athletes making money. And then, do you know what FUBU is?
Yeah. No, I know what Fubo is.
No, FUBU. It's not Fubo. It's
Fubo's a TV.
FUBU.
Yeah, that's something different.
It's a brand, bro. It's, Damon John, the guy on Shark Tank?
Yeah, I know Damon.
Damon John, guy on Shark Tank, FUBU. He's the dude who co-founded FUBU. Well, he came out yesterday and said the most unbelievable statement that I've ever heard in my life.
Okay.
He doesn't like the NCAA basketball tournament. He says, I think this is modern-day slavery, and they're just giving them a little bit of a crumb. He acknowledged that the students receive compensation in a form of scholarship. Also, they get intern policies. They also have the name, image, likeness. They get pushed to the front of the class and all kinds of things for, intern jobs. He acknowledges all this, but says it is not enough. And he compared it to modern-day slavery. Did you just hear what they're doing in college sports? And by the way, Mr. Damon John, do you know how many people in this country go into debt to get a college education? That is, serious debt. Trust me, I'm a dad of 2 daughters. One's already done with Ole Miss. Another one's going there next year. It ain't cheap.
Right.
It is not cheap.
I think the disconnect would be the apples to oranges comparison.
It's not apples to oranges. How can you compare a student athlete who...
I guess you can compare fruit, too.
Do you think that St. Peter's, who whole athletic budget was $1.2 million, can afford to pay their little athletes? But look at them. They're playing in the Sweet 16 against Big Bad Purdue. You don't think those kids were stoked? You don't think their families are going to remember this for the rest of their life? These are, everything is not monetary.
What about?
And they're still making money and saving money and not going into debt.
Well, St. Peter's. Well, I guess St. Peter's
I'm talking
kids
about
are.
They are.
Scholarship, I suppose.
Yes, but they're very excited about all the. I'm just saying, sports. Yes, we are compensating players. Listen to the foundation. Tennessee's goal is to give away $25 million a year to each new recruiting class.
What would you say?
Think about that.
What would you say, though, to someone that would argue that the value of a scholarship doesn't equate to the value that they give the school with athletics?
Okay,
it's not
let's
enough.
just say,
it's not enough.
Wait. It's okay. Again, do you see how expensive it is to run an athletic department? Mm-hmm. You got 100 dudes on the football team. You got 20 on the basketball team. Not all of them, 15 of them. Sorry, not even 15 really. But anyway, 15. So average school is $60,000 a year now?
At least, probably. I really
average,
have no idea,
I'm just
honestly.
saying. So, dude, you got 10 dudes. That's $600,000. Man, that's $600,000 right off the top. You got 100 dudes. You know what I'm saying? $60,000 a year.
Yeah, I do think
that's $6 million.
I do think you're right that when
in
people
free tuition,
when people talk about that, they forget about the St. Peter's is a great example. The people that are going to college for sport. You know what I mean? Whereas they're looking at the future professionals, but in actuality,
only
the
2% of the college athletes go pro. And the weird thing, Mr. Damon John,
but that's all.
There's a lot of people right now that are also talking about why go to the G League when you can stay in college and make more money in name, image, and likeness. Should you not be? Is the G League now equate to modern day slavery because they don't pay what the NBA pays?
No, but that's different though, because that's a contract. You're under contract to do that.
They are getting contracts for name, image, and likeness.
But that's, again, even for the percentage of future professional athletes, not all of them get that. It's also, John, I think, first of all, the average cost of tuition in college is between $9,000 and $25,000
a semester. We're talking about a whole, like you go and get a degree. It's going to cost you about $60,000 at least.
Okay, yeah, that's right. I didn't do the math that quick, but I think you're right.
And it's probably then higher than $60,000.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. Figure that out, buddy. You're just so you know.
But also, I think
you're
it's
a math wizard.
I think it's also the fact that, John, like the way that you would describe St. Peter's athletics versus future professional athletes playing in Power 5 athletics. The game, the league is so different, and they're all lumped into one category. And maybe that's the big problem with college athletics, is that the way that we should treat the top 2%, like you're saying, it should not be the same way that you treat.
Why is he not talking about Division II athletes then?
That's why I think St. Peter's is that the NCAA does a great job with Division II, and I think they do a great job with Division III as well. The only problem they have, in my opinion, is with Division I. It just doesn't. There's too much discrepancy in the top and the bottom. It's not the same league. It shouldn't be treated as such.
Yep. Let me know what you think. By the way, I got some one more in-depth conversation. I told you Leah Thomas became the first transgender Division I college sports national champion. Well, the ladies in swimming don't really like it, and I actually have to say I completely understand why. I don't know if this is shocking to you. Again, I'm a father of 2 daughters.
I'm shocked.
I don't want my daughter to be left out because some dude goes out there and beats her. And I'm basically saying a biological male. Rika Gorgie was a former Olympian, a Virginia Tech female swimmer. It's her 5th year. She's a 5th-year senior. She put out an argument saying to the NCAA, she blasted the NCAA in a letter. I'm going to read this to you. She says their policy of allowing biological male swimmers to compete against women is ridiculous. Her story: I swam the 500-meter free at the NCAAs on March 17th, 2020, where I got 17th, which means I didn't make it back to the finals and was first alternate. I'm a 5th-year senior. I've been top 16 and top 8 before, and I know how much of a privilege it is to make the finals at a meet this big. She goes on to say, this is my last college meet ever, and I feel frustrated. I feel like the final spot was taken away from me because of the NCAA's decision to let someone who is not a biological female compete. I know you could say I had the opportunity to swim faster and make the top 16, but this situation makes it a bit different, and I can't help but be angry or sad. It hurts me, my team, and other women in the pool. She says one spot was taken away from the girl who got 9th in the 500 free and didn't make it back to the A final, preventing her from being an All-American. Every event that transgender athletes compete in was one spot taken away from a biological female throughout the meet. She said, I'm pleading with you, NCAA. I'm asking you that you take time to think about all the other biological women in swimming. Try to think how they would feel if you were in our, how would you feel if you were in our shoes, basically? If you're a biological female and you get knocked out by, again, a biological male. Let me know what you think. Hit me at the AutoZone text or listener line. We're chilling in the Family Leisure Studios where family and fun come together. Spring's right around the corner. Go over there, get your outdoor party started. They got pools, they got patios, they got hot tubs, they got everything you need. Family Leisure, 2120 Whitten Road, just north of I-40. On the other side, we're breaking down some NBA, and we got some gambling tips. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows. Stay up to date with station events and have chances to win prizes from Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Are you ready for the Gossett Mitsubishi Spring Sales Event? It's on at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. Need 41 MPG Highway with gas prices that keep soaring? We got you covered in 2022 Mitsubishi Mirage G4. $189 a month or $14,999. 5 seats, 27 MPG combined. 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. $299 a month or $23,037. Plus, redesigned 2022 Outlander with 7-passenger seating and 27 MPG combined. $359 a month or $26,998. And get our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Gossett got it at Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 72 months, 500 military rebate, G4, NHF 03943, MSRP 16985, Sport, NU 06786, MSRP 25407, Outlander NZO 6388, MSRP 292, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 2/28/22, dealer stock only.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for everything you need for tailgates and patios, grills and chairs, charcoal and coolers, everything to make a great game or a great day. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It's East Memphis Ace Hardware. Locally owned and operated at Quince and White Station, East Memphis Ace Hardware is where you'll find Benjamin Moore paints, local plants from local growers, and Black & Decker tools. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their tailgates. Welcome to East Memphis Ace Hardware, the home convenience store.
Have you ever wondered why eyeglasses cost so much? The eyewear industry has been dominated by a single company that's kept prices artificially high.
Yikes.
Warby Parker was created to change that. They design and produce their own eyewear and then sell it directly to you for a fraction of the price. Warby Parker's high-quality glasses start at just $95, including your prescription. Try 5 pairs of frames for free. Go to warbyparker.com to pick your 5 frames to try on at home for free. That's warbyparker.com.
If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commission, sales leads, and a great place to work. If you can sell, let us know today. Send your resume to jobs@flynn.com. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flynn.com. Start your great career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's gonna stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder is in the house. Man, Jay, we have a lot of wonderful people out there listening, obviously texting and talking about the show. And I have to say, I have not seen one person out there who has said anything about, man, I'm so glad Leah Thomas became the NCAA all-time great at female swimming and broke all the records in the 500-meter free.
Has anyone taken up for the Phillies yet?
Nobody's taken up for the Phillies,
Wow,
no.
because that just proves how many people hate the Phillies.
Yes. And again,
I mean,
how do you think Leah feels? Do you think she really feels like a champion?
That's what I was going to ask you. Is how do you feel? Well, I was going to. That's not really the line I was expecting, but I was going to ask you, how do you think Leah feels?
Well, I'm going to say I feel like she duped everybody. She's got to feel she's probably got like a little ish-eating grin on her face.
What if she's actually transgender? And everyone's railing against her for
again, I don't care if she probably is transgender.
No,
I don't think you go
so.
this far.
Right, that's right.
But again, she swam for 3 years on the Penn's male team, could not make anything, could not win, was barely average, and then all of a sudden she's allowed to go compete against the women and wins the NCAA championship. How is that fair?
No, I think you have an excellent point when it comes to the deterioration of competition in that regard. But
you
also,
do what you want with your own body.
But yeah, I think
you cannot compete. Again, I don't think biological males should compete against biological females.
Yeah, I think it does get lost the way she feels, though, in the name of competition. But I do think you're right that it's not fair to competition to allow her to compete. But
have you seen?
I haven't heard
one
word from her.
Have you seen?
I would like to. I think someone should interview her. But I would like to. But it's also hard to get a legitimate answer out of someone in this situation because it's you have to be very, careful with your language. People aren't going to be unfiltered when it comes to something like
The
this.
average height of a swimmer in women's NCAA swimming is 5 feet 6 inches, or 160 some odd centimeters. Couldn't do the conversion.
Math is hard.
I think 160. Anyway, point is, she is 6'1". Like, dude, have you seen the pictures of her standing next to her counterparts who she's swimming against? Like, she doesn't have to stand on like a podium to be taller than everybody there.
I heard this defense of it. I don't agree with it, but I did think it was interesting. Saying, well, that's just biology. She was just built. What you don't think people were complaining about LeBron James being so good because that's just biology.
He's also a dude playing against a dude.
That's right.
Like you can't say,
right.
Like, dude, remember there's an X and Y chromosome issue here going on.
No, I thought it was a funny analogy though, a funny way to frame it.
LeBron.
It's true though, John. It's biology. She was just built like a man, and that gave her a huge advantage in competing against women.
Yes, she was built like a man because she was.
It's also William Shatner's birthday.
Happy birthday, William Shatner.
Can you do a William Shatner impression?
I'm trying to think. Other than what show does he do?
Oh, engines, go, Captain.
No, I never watched the Star Trek thing.
Star Trek. At least you knew it was Star Trek.
Yeah, I do know that because I'm not stupid. Okay, but that's it. I just didn't watch the Star Trek.
Spock, where do we go?
Dude, beam me up and stuff. No, I'm sorry, Captain Kirk. Those outfits were horrendous, bro. That's why I couldn't watch Batman when I was a kid because they ran around in like these crazy looking leotards.
Wow, you couldn't watch Batman.
Fighting crime, and they would put
Burgess
pow
Meredith.
and
pow,
and boom, and
that's great.
Dude, I needed
so
sound
good.
effects,
Such a good
bro.
Show. That's so funny. Such a funny show, though. No, but
How
John,
old is William Shatner? Since you're going to give us his birthday,
he was born in 1931, so he is 92. Isn't that right? Wouldn't that be correct?
That would be 91.
91. Okay, 91. I'm not a math guy. John. In the original Star Trek, the support team wore red, and then the captain wore command gold. But then you go to Next Generation Star Trek, and the captain wore red, and everyone wore support gold. So it flipped at some time in the made-up universe of Star Trek.
Is this something that you learned from your very, very important degree in film?
Yeah.
That's
right.
Did you get a degree in film?
Yeah,
I should know that.
Media and film, yeah.
Yeah, media and film.
But at first I majored in journalism at Texas Tech University, but until I changed institutions.
Well, he's just wanting to brag right now because his team is still playing in the tournament.
Nobody else. How'd Memphis do, John?
Hey, they played great against the Zags, buddy. I feel great about this team. We're going to talk about all these guys. Hey, man, they're all eligible to come back. JD's not going to come back. That is Mr. Jalen Duren. But, man, I could see a lot of these people roll it back. I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to it. But we have to talk a little bit about basketball that we're going to bet on. I already kind of gave you my favorite bet already for the weekend. Do you remember what it was, and have you already played it, Jay?
No, I don't remember it.
My favorite bet is the over in St. Peter's and Purdue.
Oh, that's right. No, I don't remember that.
Why not?
I don't know.
Dude, St. Peter's, do you know what they did in the first two games?
They won, though, John.
They put an 8.
They won both those games, John.
They did win. You are correct. They beat Kentucky in the first one, going 85-79. That's easily over. Second game, Murray State. They dropped 70 on Murray State, beat them by 10. Well, Murray State only scored 60. Purdue will score at least 70 points.
Great offense.
Probably 80. St. Peter's is going to stroke it because that's what they've been doing. They're playing with house money. When you're playing with house money, it's just easier to let it all fly. You know what I'm saying?
And, John, we've already said that if you don't know about St. Peter's, you just weren't watching basketball before the tournament.
That's the truth. You just weren't paying attention. This team can stroke it. Stroker Race was born to race. If you want to cash your ticket, go ahead and go over 135. That bad boy will be a 144 tip on Friday. Now, speaking of games.
Oof.
Tonight's
NBA slate's tough, man.
Only 4 games tonight.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
And the Hawks go back to the Madison Square Garden and the Knicks. The last time they were there, John.
Yeah, they beat them.
There was a riot outside the arena. Not really a riot. It was do you know the? Have you heard of the Side Talk NYC folks? Have you heard of these people?
Are those the dudes that protect the subway?
No, they just stand outside with a microphone and interview New Yorkers, passerby, and you just hear funny New Yorker things that they say. So last year during the playoffs when they lost to the Hawks, they had the microphone outside and everyone coming out of the arena. Literally everybody said F Trae Young as they were walking out. It was very funny.
Are you being serious?
Dead serious.
Oh, my
Side
goodness.
Talk NYC.
You're saying that somebody out there doesn't like Trae Young?
No, I'm saying that's what happened last time the Hawks went to New York.
Interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
Well, no, it's all right. Hey, I'm glad. I mean, you said a riot, and then you kind of tamped it down.
Yeah,
so
I overstated
it. Ended up, it was kind of you. How do I say it?
Overstated.
Yeah, kind of killed the punchline or whatever you were trying to do.
Trampled it.
I don't know if you saw yesterday's basketball games. Did you see that the Bulls lost? I mean, not Bulls lost. The Bulls barely beat the Raptors, but the Raptors covered.
No, the Raptors didn't cover.
Well,
No.
at least I took the in-game line plus 16.
Well, I didn't take that.
What was the line before the game started?
4.5.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Dang, I'm glad I did that.
Raptors are a good basketball team.
Thank
So I
God
had
that
them-
the Bulls dominated them in the third, and I had I loaded up on a plus 6. Anyway, go ahead.
I like the Mavericks, John. We talked about how good the trade was earlier. I think the Mavericks are legit. Maxi Kleber, he's not shooting very well. He's in a little slump, but honestly, too many people will just see Maxi Kleber, like, don't watch Maxi Kleber, and they'll just be like, oh, he's a shooter. Shooting might be, at best, his third best attribute. And I would go even lower, honestly. He's a great defender, a really good rebounder. He had 4 unbelievable tip-outs last night. 6 players for the Mavs last night, John, scored in double figures. I also think Dwight Powell might be the most underrated player in the NBA. His value, in terms of value to the team, maybe like match up there with Draymond Green in terms of intrinsic value to what the team does and their success. I think it can't be stated enough. I love that guy. I'm honestly all on the Mavs bandwagon. Their defense is going to be such an issue down the stretch of the season. When you get in the playoffs, the Mavs are going to make some noise, man.
I can believe it. We'll see. You
Also,
love 'em.
John,
You love 'em.
I love him. Also, John, last night on League Pass, I was watching the Pistons. I have so many. I'm so glad we're getting into basketball here, John. So, I think there's legitimately. We talked about yesterday how competitive the NBA is, right? Super competitive league right now. Maybe the most competitive in recent memory in your life. What is that fair to say?
The East,
just the league in general.
The league in general,
top to bottom,
bottom to top,
and one of the most competitive you've ever seen, right?
I mean, when the Knicks were balling and Barkley was doing his thing with the 76ers.
90s.
The Rockets and the Bulls.
Okay,
and,
so everyone can make
I think that that was good basketball too. It was a very competitive league. But right now, I do have to say, in all honesty, there's more opportunity for more teams to win it.
Especially now with 10 teams. But the reason I say that is because I think there's legitimately only 3 bad teams in the NBA. Like, not everyone's competing for championships, but in terms of teams that are not competitive night in, night out, and still honestly are pretty competitive.
Is the Lakers one of those bad teams?
They're not. I think the Pistons, the Magic, and the Rockets are the only 3 teams I can point to and say they're not very good. But they all do one thing well, at least. They're just not robust enough to compete. But the Pistons also, I legitimately enjoy watching every night.
Indiana wins 2 games, and all of a sudden the Pacers don't.
No,
suck.
they've almost won 30 games though. Whereas the Magic,
they've got 25 wins.
Yeah, well, it's 5 to 30. It's more. I don't even think the Rockets, the Magic, or the Pistons have 20 even.
I think you're right.
I don't think any of them have 20. So those are the 3. But I only say that to say, as bad, even though there's those 3 bad teams, I think the Pistons, I legitimately enjoy watching them every single night. I think if you really are watching the league night in and night out, it's as exciting as it's ever been. I love it. But I bring up the Pistons also to say, John, last night I'm watching League Pass, and on League Pass you get the little thing where during timeouts they go to the in-arena camera. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You don't watch commercials. It goes to whatever's happening in arena. Last night at the Pistons game, someone proposed. Not just at a Pistons game, John, who we just mentioned have only won 18 games this year. No.
That is so embarrassing.
They not only proposed at a Pistons game, it was a Pistons-Blazers game. And they lost. I mean, that marriage is doomed for failure.
That is definitely.
They're not getting – nothing good is happening in that marriage.
And just a little
asking for divorce.
I got to do a sidebar real quick for the peeps out there. Men, do me a favor. Do not propose at a sporting event. Try to do something romantic for the woman that you're proposing to. Now, ladies, if you want to propose to us, doing it when we're intoxicated on beer and maybe hot dogs at a baseball game, you'll probably get a better chance of us saying yes because we'll also be on television and there'll be a lot of people around us. So if you're asking a dude, that's a perfect place. But if you're asking a young lady to marry your hand in marriage, don't do it at a Pistons-Blazers game. Don't even do it the Dead Gum Warriors. Don't do it for any of the Bucks.
Why would you do it at a Pistons? It's such a bad, maybe a playoff game, right? Maybe the finals. That's cool story if you're going to do it at a sporting event. But a regular season 18-win Pistons game, and then they lose to the Blazers, who were struggling too. Bad luck, man. They're going to get divorced.
Worst look for this couple.
Getting divorced, man.
Watching what happened back in the past, the Malice at the Palace, or their future.
Oh, their future.
Their future shot, isn't it?
It has no chance. Whereas Ron Artest has made a name for himself again.
Man.
On Celebrity Big Brother.
That's unbelievable.
Do I have any more NBA thoughts?
But no, you probably don't. Because guess what? I have to tell everybody something very important. Do you know where Getaway Sports Bar is, sir?
Yes.
You do. 4632 Winchester Road. Do you know that they are a ball-in shot call-in because they have the coldest beer in town? And the reason they're ball-in and shot call-in is because they got 6 pool tables plus 15 different televisions. They have everything going on. They're open 7 days a week from noon to 1:30. Head on over there to 4632 Winchester Road. They got great bar grub. It's a perfect spot for Thursday to go pull up a bar seat, get you a cold beer, and just hang out and watch tons of basketball. If you didn't go to Getaway Sports Bar last week and watch some madness, I don't know what you're doing. You had Arkansas and the Zags starting at 6 o'clock on CBS on Thursday, Michigan Nova, Texas Tech Duke, Houston, Arizona. They're open till 1:30 every night. You can get over there, start the games, you can finish the game while all eating some great bar grub and drinking the coldest beer in town. That's Getaway Sports Bar, 4632 Winchester Road. Jay, on the other side, we've got a little bit of information that's coming out. We're going to leave it at that. Don't you dare touch the dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
You have opinions?
Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad.
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Coming this spring at Southland Casino, all bets are on. Visit the Mid-South's largest and newest casino complex. Southland's shiny brand new gaming experience features 2,400 slot machines, 50 table games, a sportsbook area, and 8 new restaurants and bars, all on our casino floor, which spans 2.5 football fields long. Starting in April, gaming in the Mid-South will never be the same at Southland Casino. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help, call 800-522-4700.
Get in the game, Mid-South.
Coach Colin.
And Coach Hunter here from DeSoto Auto Sales.
We're maniacs for all this madness.
But if we're going to catch all these games, we need your help.
So we cooked up a 3-point plan to help you
rebound from your old ride. 1.
Pick any nicer, newer car on the lot.
2.
Pass us your old ride.
3.
We'll come in with the assist.
And give you up to $3,000 more than Kelley Blue Book value.
Based on the price of the car you pick.
So if your old rod makes you feel second string,
it's time for a rebound.
Because you could get up to $3,000 more than it's worth.
Worried about fouls on your credit report?
Our For the People credit approval process is a slam dunk.
But hurry.
This deal's done at the buzzer.
I'm Colin.
And I'm Hunter, and we're your dealers.
For the people. See all the cars at DeSotoAutoSales.com.
That's DeSotoAutoSales.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Negative equity may be refinanced. Kelley Blue Book is a registered trademark of the Kelley Blue Book Company Incorporated, which is not affiliated with DeSoto Auto Sales. Offer absolutely ends March 31st, 2022.
Yes, it's still winter. Yes, it's still cold outside. But Family Leisure wants you to start thinking towards spring and maybe even summer. So Family Leisure's pool and patio sale is happening right now. Come to Family Leisure to get started on your outdoor living space. Yes, I know it's cold and dreary outside, but this is the perfect time to think ahead. Pools are in stock and ready to go. Brand new 2022 patio furniture is hitting the floor each and every day. In-stock hot tubs are ready for delivery. You can get fantastic deals on play gyms, trampolines, grills, and outdoor kitchens. I know you are already looking forward to spring and summer, and so does Family Leisure. But if you sit on the couch too long, the best deals will be gone. So don't wait until it's too late. Stop thinking about spring and summer. Start planning for it. The pool and patio sale is in season right now. Family Leisure, 2120 Whitten Road. That's Whitten at I-40, where family and fun all come together.
Have you ever wondered why eyeglasses cost so much? The eyewear industry has been dominated by a single company that's kept prices artificially high.
Yikes.
Warby Parker was created to change that. They design and produce their own eyewear and then sell it directly to you for a fraction of the price. Warby Parker's high-quality glasses start at just $95, including your prescription. Try 5 pairs of frames for free. Go to warbyparker.com to pick your 5 frames to try on at home for free. That's warbyparker.com.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at triumphautosales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Sure thing. We can help you replace those wipers. If yours are squeaking or streaking, it's probably time. We've got a wide selection of wipers that can stand up to any weather, including the right ones for your make and model. We've even got more ways to get them fast, like our next day delivery or free same-day store pickup. Getting the job done just got easier. Restrictions apply.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
My friends feel it's their appointed duty. They keep trying to tell me all you want to do is use me.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your good buddy, Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder is in the house. Man, you know what else is going down right now, don't you? We got spring training baseball on the tube right now.
I'm watching the Birds and the Fish right now. Jazz Chisholm just came up.
That would be the Cardinals and the Marlins, if you did not know.
The Birds and the Fish.
Yeah, you know.
It's like the Birds and the Bees.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
The Birds and the Fish.
Yeah.
Two of my top 3 favorite teams in Major League Baseball, John. They're on my power rankings.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have your power rankings?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Number 1. I'll stop. I'll start at 4. Mets. No, I'll start at 5. 5 is the White Sox. 4 is the Mets. 3 is the Marlins. 2 are the Braves, and number 1 is the Cardinals. Those are my fandom power rankings for baseball. Honestly, it's huge for that I've included an American League team because up until this year I hate the American League.
I was about to say, how do you have the White Sox in there with a bunch of National League teams?
Because I used to live in Birmingham. AA team of the White Sox is the Birmingham Barons. That's
I know about the Barons. I saw Michael Jordan play there, man.
The GOAT.
The GOAT, dude. Good baseball player, great basketball player, if you did not know. But speaking of something great, what are you doing today? Are you chilling? You off work? Do you want to, when you get off work, do you want to relax? Do you struggle sleeping at night? Do you have anxiety? Do you have stress? I have the answer for you. Have you checked out or discovered what hemp can actually do for you? Head on out to 3670 South Houston Levee Road in Collierville. Go to Hemp2O. That is Hemp2O. They have all kinds of basically medicine for your body and your soul. They have topicals, tinctures. They have CBD. You can get the full spectrum CBD and gummies. You can get in tinctures. You can get topicals. It's great for pain. They have something for everything. And if you go out there and talk to their knowledgeable staff, they can help find you exactly what you need. If you just want to maybe get a little loosey-goosey, they have this new flower out there, which is THCO, Delta 8 plus CBD. It is straight fire. They also have these new things called Pickwoods. They're 2 gram 2 gram blunts. They're 2 grams of top shelf, lab tested, hand broken, never ground CBD flower infused with Delta 8. They have all the terpenes you need. It's delicious. It's nutritious. It's absolutely wonderful. Head on over to Hemp2O. Tell them Johnny sent you and check out all the good things they have. And again, right now, Moon Rocks are out of control awesome. Check out their Moon Rocks. They are rolled in keef. They look beautiful. They have crumble. They have the wax. They have everything you can think of and more to help you with your life, your wellness, your health. Shop at Hemp2O. That's Hemp2O out in Collierville, 3670 South Houston Levee Road. And by the way, as I like to say, a gummy a day keeps the doctor away.
Do you say that?
I do. I take a gummy every morning. Do you know why? I used to take Flintstone Kids when I was a child.
Because it keeps the doctor away.
Yes, and now I take Hometown Heroes, either 100 milligram Delta 8s, and then the next day I like to rotate them with T8 Delta 9. They're 25 milligrams because Delta 9 is a little stronger, you know what I'm saying? Then I got some THCO ones. Oh, my goodness. There's sativa. They're hybrid. There's indica. I like to take the sativas in the morning. It's kind of like drinking a cup of coffee. It also makes all my pain go away. Check them out, Hemp20 and shophemp20.com. Now, did you hear about the Chris Godwin situation?
No.
So you know who Chris Godwin is, right? He's a wide receiver, plays for Tampa, one of probably the most important wide receivers on the team.
You think Urban knows who he is?
No, he does. Definitely does not. Mike Evans is probably the best at actually catching deep touchdown passes, but Chris Godwin does everything. He goes deep. He goes across the middle. He lead blocks. He's a baller. Now, he tore his ACL and his MCL last year. Then all of a sudden, Tom Brady retires, and he has no idea what's going on in his future. He just reached, unrestricted free agency. He's like, what are we going to do? And then all of a sudden, you know what happened on March 13th?
What?
It was an answer. It
to his
was
prayers.
an answer to his prayers. He got a text from the GOAT, Tom Brady, in a group text with Mike Evans.
TB12.
Says, hey, I just want to let you guys know something. I'm coming back. And they're like, what? What? I thought you were retired. And he's like, dude. He's like, I thought I was too. But I just want you to know, I'm coming back and I'm excited for another year. Next thing you know, 3 days later, Chris Godwin signs a contract for that only has a $14 million salary cap hit. They lowered his 2020 salary contract from $19 million to $14 million. That saves him $5 million on the cap, and they extended him out a couple years. So Chris Godwin's rolling it back. Tom Brady just makes life easier for GMs, doesn't he?
TB12.
He just takes less. And guess who else signed back with the Tampa Bay Bucks?
TB12.
No, not Leonard Fournette's coming back.
Wow, playoff Lenny.
3-year, $21 million deal for Leonard Fournette, former LSU running back. He's running it back with old Tom Brady.
Playoff Lenny.
Playoff Lenny. Man, you know what? My time has come and gone, but I will tell you, I'm a little bit hungry. That was a really good show, I think. Worked up an appetite. I think I want some ribs, maybe some pulled shoulder. I know I want some barbecue nachos. I definitely need some turnip greens for my body. They're good for you. I love their mac and cheese. Central Barbecue, where smoke is their sauce, has the best barbecue in the world because it's the best barbecue in Memphis. Also, their wings are straight fire. I like the dry spice. My hands don't get all nasty, but you get the full flavor of Central Barbecue. There's 4 locations, downtown Central, Summer, and the new one on Poplar. Check one out or go to eatcbq.com and ship that barbecue anywhere in the world. Jay, stay out of trouble. I know you're going to be here from 3 to 6 today as well, so tonight, do me a favor, go home and get some sleep. All of y'all out there, do me a favor, try to stay dry. Get out there, make the world a better place. We're going to see you on the flip side. Peace.
And if it's all good, break out your coupe and grip your wood. And if you're riding dirty, light your split and blow your...